Hey, I'm back. My phone broke. I know it's really long. Where's my laptop? I'm gonna find my laptop real quick. One sec. Oh, hey, thanks for coming back. My phone croaked. The battery died. Death. Um, but I don't know. Chat's fun, so I thought I would bring it back. I'm maybe not gonna hold the phone up for 20 hours, but I'm gonna see if that's uploading or not. I don't know that I'll actually post these as like live streams permanently. Oh, multiple people, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. I know this is, well, sadly not the weirdest video I've ever made, but that's okay. I don't think that's actually uploading. Good. I like that these live chats are just kind of like in the moment and not permanent ordeal. It's like perfect weather outside. I opened my door, so it's like breezing here. Okay, good. I do have a shirt on at least. One of the older ladies that I had over last week, she left her bag here and she's gonna come get it the next day. And she called and she's like, "Can I come over now?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll find a shirt before you come. Come on over." They're so amused by my crap like that. I hope I enabled comments. I think I did. If someone comment, let me know if you can see comments. That would be cool. Oh, hey. Thanks for commenting. I was just making sure that I didn't upload the like hour and a half long thing that I just did. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check my phone. Be right back. Okay. Death. Yeah, my videos tonight are just ridiculous, but this really like brightened my night. So, maybe I'll do just kind of phone call type hangouts where maybe like we can journal but not really be looking at each other's pages. I don't know. These things are really fun. I'm so out of breath. I went like ran and opened the door. It's like all stuffy in here. I'm trying to stay awake. Maybe I won't get murdered. My neighbors are like, even if something happens like 10 minutes away, like an attempted break, and they're like, "Oh, gotta arm up, gotta get those security cameras." I'm like, nothing yet. Like the crime rate here is like ridiculously low. Like it's the safest place I've ever lived. So I kind of joke that I'm in the hood. Or like that. It's suburbia. Yeah, I'm trying to film something else. I got soda here. I know this is pointless. We can come up with a topic. If you'd like to see the other streams. Oh, there. We did have some fun conversation. I guess I could upload them. I, um, yeah, yeah. I could upload. I guess if people don't like them, they have to watch them. So I guess I could put them up. I know I had a few this week. It's good practice. I don't know. It brightened my week. I'm trying to like stay optimistic about finding a job and whatever. Yeah, I was a new stream. My phone battery cut out, so I'm trying it on another device. Back in my gigantic table room, dining room. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming. This really is like a fun hangout. I forget that it's like not on a phone. These I'm really excited about these pen colors. I don't have some of these colors yet. I guess I could try them out. I'm gonna play with my pens. Let me put my laptop somewhere where I don't like screw it up. Spill soda on it. Death. Yeah, I say death a lot. just like dark. All right. I almost went to like fix that. Okay. Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Thanks for the comment. I'm not sure if I try to be funny, but no, thanks for joining. That's like kind-hearted of you. So thank you. You're literally looking at cake. I could make it more awkward, but yeah, I've never tried these. I'm kind of debating if they're like gonna be decent or not. I've made cake. You can take this cake mix and just put some water and microwave your cake like that. It's cheaper, so I usually do that. These stickers are Nickelodeon 90 stickers from Walmart. I'm gonna literally play with my pens right now. I can't believe anyone like wants to. Wow, yeah, I know this is pointless, but doing stuff like this, just silly fun sticker stuff or live hangouts. Sometimes it's just good to have fun and just kind of a goofy, lighthearted way instead of trying to make everything meaningful and stuff. I was not having a good week. I was like panicking about my job, and my parental's new boss died, and like now they have no job, and I've been trying to like think of how I could help them, but that's not gonna. I mean, I need to find a job before I can do that. I just like panicked, and this relaxing is really. I mean, this kind of casual, fun hangout is a good way to take my mind off that. So thanks for hanging out. The confetti cake, I almost bought that one. I was debating which would be less disturbing, the chocolate, this one, or the confetti one. I used to get the Betty Crocker ones that came with a bowl. I love those, but they discontinued them about 2 years ago. I actually cannot smell this at all. That's great. I think it's just because I smell cardboard more. I need normal paper. Maybe if I put enough of this pen on here. I was looking on Periscope earlier, and I kind of feel less bad about doing just videos that don't really show much, because I spent like half an hour watching this girl just kind of stare at the camera. I'm like, why am I watching this? But somehow it's addicting. And there's worse crap on the internet, so I don't feel so bad. You like to spread out your pens and look at them. I like to do that too. It's just, if it's something you're into, this is kind of my, it's my outlet, and just, your cousin's a pen addict. That's awesome. You got your cousin addicted to pens. I love trying out new pens. I like sampling swatches in a journal of new pens. I really cannot smell this, but I really smell cardboard more. I hope these actually, the ones I got last summer of these in the Ocean Breeze one, these are the rose apple something set, the other set, actually smelled really good, so hopefully these will smell better. But this is my way to de-stress. Instead of like watching sports, I'll play with my pens and like look at my collection of blank journals and stuff like that. The other set smells a lot more strongly than this one. But I was really glad I could find this, because these colors are different than the one in the other set. And there's only 3 scents in this packet, not like each pen isn't a different scent like some of the other pen brands out there, like the Sugar Rush ones. These are just 3 different scents. But the ones I got last summer, the Ocean Breeze edition, smelled really good. Your cousin likes cinnamon pens. Cinnamon pens really are fun. I sometimes write with new pens just for the sake of writing. If I don't feel like writing, playing with a new pen can make me feel like writing, and then after I get into it a while, then I'll feel like journaling more. I guess I gotta show you the colors. Some of them are kind of light, but I don't have all these colors, and I was getting a little kind of low on scented stick pens like this, like these kind of plasticky, cheaper ones. And these crack me up because these are just my week. Yeah. This, I don't know, journaling, and I don't always like go buy myself stuff to de-stress myself out. Sometimes I'll just look at the existing stuff I have, or write happy memories in a journal, that kind of thing. But having fun stickers, it's just, I don't know, this stuff kind of reminds me of childhood when life was less, well, I guess sometimes life was intense as a kid, But it was overall like less, I don't know, happier times in life is what I'm where I'm going with that. And stickers kind of remind me of fun days. Seems like everyone has washi tape, and I didn't, so I finally sprung for it. I haven't seen too many new designs out in stores recently. This one's going to be really light. I love this color. Let's swatch that, shall we? Yeah, I love that we're all so into journaling and getting to know each other that I can do ridiculous stuff and people are still interested. It's really neat. All right, there's the color. Looks a little bit brighter in person. Can't really smell it. That's awesome. Totally glad I bought some pins. It's getting pretty late. Yeah, that washi as well. Seems like everyone does. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. Party it up in here on a Friday night. I spent like an hour and a half in Walmart, so this is less sad than partying up in Walmart. There's like a huge line and people are all dropping. I'm just like, it's kind of funny. Like, it's kind of funny that we're like stuck in line for a half hour at Walmart and it's, ooh, this color I really like. I don't have a color like that. I can't really. Okay, I'm gonna open this pen up and see if I can smell it. This is what they look like on the outside. It says on Sunset. I can't smell the set. I don't know if they're just old or if they changed the ones between this and the other set last summer or what. Okay, it just popped up saying 20. I don't understand what super. Did someone just. I'm so confused. Oh, is that what the 24? Patricia, you did not have to do that. I didn't know this was even possible in this chat. That's really nice. I can't believe people are. Thank you. I didn't know what that was earlier. I thought you were like asking how much that journal in there was. I can't. You really didn't have to do. Thank you. That's really nice. I don't understand how people are doing this. I didn't know that was a feature of YouTube. I'm behind. I'm in tech, but I don't really do this kind of tech. So I didn't know it was possible. I can't believe people are doing that. I didn't even know that feature existed. I'm kind of behind in technology. That's such a nice thing. I was leaving with that. Thank you. Was not expecting you. I didn't know it was possible, but I definitely wasn't expecting you to do like that if I figured out it was possible. Check out this color. I really hope some of these are scented. Ooh, I don't think any of my pens have really been this color before. This is a really interesting color set. This one's called, smells like Nature Trail, which supposedly smells like apple. I really don't smell it. But I like how unique the colors are. I could swatch. I'm just going to play with my pens. For some reason, I don't know why this relaxed. I guess if you were into fashion, like trying on your different clothes might do it for you. But this is kind of what does it for me. Someone asked what my other interests are. I do have a few kind of quirky interests. Okay. I've been trying to, I was going to make an entire video about this and I really might still. Did my camera didn't freeze, did it? Such an awkward video. About I think the person asked what my favorite thing about journaling was, and I love documenting memories and playing with pens and all that sort of thing, but when I said in another video, I had said like hey Patricia, I didn't know you're still here, Patricia. I can't let write your future self and tell yourself how many followers you have. That's so nice. Thanks for all the like nice comments and for doing the fancy text. I can't believe someone donated. Oh my gosh. The nice comments are really touching. I tend to read those. I've been reading them a lot this week. I kind of wish I could make my videos more seemingly helpful, but I'm really glad that someone found them helpful in some way. And my favorite thing about journaling was, like, aside from play, like this, the pins and the fun stickers and stuff like that are a fun, and the fancy journals, like those are a fun benefit of journaling. But when I was saying in another video that I think journaling, it's kind of creeps me out that my door's open. I really hope someone doesn't walk in and murder me. That'd be kind of, I mean, I don't live in like the hood or anything. I don't know how to, okay, I'm just stalling. So when I was saying that journaling saved my life, it's not because of the daily Dear Diary type stuff or the fun crap that I get to buy myself because I'm into journaling. It's just from getting some self-confidence, which occasionally, like on a rough week like this week, I'll kind of lack. But also finding some hope in, it's really making me nervous with the door open. I'm awkward with emotions. Okay, maybe I'll make a whole video about that. Did you really start? I can't believe someone's journaling. I'm really glad anyone's into journaling. That's kind of like the whole, that's what I wanted my channel to be, is just to be able to get to try to find a way to make people think writing, like written journals, not just art journals and all this other stuff, are useful, meaningful, and helpful. And like that's, even though I've gotten mad at journaling before, wow, you've been journaling for 5 years, that's neat. Emotions me or not good together. You guys are too nice, I can't. All this crap is a fun addition to journaling, but like being able to be my own friend's the main reason why I like journaling. And I love looking back on the memories too, and just trying to find hope in, like I write enough about happy memories and stuff that I believe I can have a decent life in the future. It's kind of where I was going with all of this. You've been journaling since 1996. Holy crap! Wow, that's really neat. You guys are so nice. I know I'm awkward, but thank you. That really improves my week. It's just like completely panicky. But yeah, journaling does, it's at least a positive outlet. Like, that's kind of what I was debating if I was gonna mention on the coping skills I had before journaling, and I think I'll just kind of, I just said messenger tract. I don't know what that means. I don't understand all this like live stream stuff, all the features. 1990? You've been journaling, whoa, 28 years? Anyway, before journaling, I started journaling fall 2006, and before that, I kind of, my coping skills for a rough week like this one were not generally healthy stuff. Like when I was really young, like as a young teenager, that's a really impressively long time of journaling. How did you get into it? But yeah, journaling gave me a positive self-coping skill, which I didn't have before that. So I think that's kind of how it sort of saved my life. And I know I'm kind of saying it cheesily, but I try not to get emotional in videos because I suck at emotion. But yeah, I think it actually did save my life because it at least saved me from some really unhealthy self-coping skills. And I wasn't like on crack or anything, but I, as a young teenager, I'd do the usual, maybe not the usual, some of the unpleasant things that young teenagers do, like starving yourself and all that sort of thing. Like, yeah, binging, all the gagging, and all that kind of stuff was a self-coping skill when I was young, and some other kind of darker ones. So that's why I stuck with journaling, because I wish I'd had journaling as an outlet to be able to feel that comfortable with when I was really young, and I didn't, and I got into some unhealthier coping skills and depressed stuff too. Just kind of when I had depressed thoughts, I could not escape them when I was really young, and it just got into like screw it. I got into like depressed thoughts. Didn't just get. I wasn't just like, oh, I'm sad. I would just kind of not want my life at all when I was really young. So that's kind of why journaling is a thing for me. But I really do like documenting my memories too. I think journaling is about half documenting memories and then half like is a healthy coping skill. And that's probably the longest way to awkwardly say that ever, even though I didn't really say anything that personal. It's just kind of emotions stuck for me. I'm gonna play with my pins now. Yeah, I think that's for a lot of people. Journaling can be a useful self-coping skill along with documenting memories. I can't believe you've been journaling for 1990. That's 28 years. How did you get into it? I think I win an award for awkwardness tonight. Before you got into journaling, you would... Wow. I did something like that as a kid too. Just... I don't even know what you call it, like just scalp scratching basically when I was a young kid. I just did not have healthy ways to deal with emotions as a kid. I'm still stuck in emotions now. I cannot, like, stuck verbally expressing emotions. It's kind of a Asperger's thing. You make me feel old. That's not old. It's just, that's an impressively long time to journal. You started journaling since the beginning of 2007, haven't stopped. That's a neat resolution. I don't, I mean, I might, if I hadn't gotten into journaling, I mean, maybe I'd still be around, but my health would have suffered. We'll go with that. When I first started journaling, I kind of was fall 2006, early 2007, and I've heard of hair pulling, the tricha. I don't know how to say it either. Check out that pin color. This is such like I'm talking about like emotional stuff and showing you pins while not being able to sound. Yeah. Where was I even going with that? ADD really sucks sometimes. So, yeah, in early 2007, I kind of started getting into some of the whole, like, starving and CNS and all that kind of stuff that I was into as a young teen, and journaling, I kind of rationally talked myself out of it back then, over a decade ago, and that's another benefit I got from journaling, other than documenting memories. You started journaling before you developed depression? Interesting. I kind of wonder how many people who journal are depressed or anxious or something. But yeah, I was really unhappy when I first started journaling. Even though I had, back then, everything externally going for me. I had a good place to live. I had a good school, a good job. Like, ironically, the opposite of everything that I've got. Like, I've got nothing going for me now externally. But I was miserable and decided to move across the country and change my life for it. And journaling kind of helped me see that I wanted to have a life that I enjoyed instead of a life that had external things going for me. I mean, I want a job and like a decent school now, but I'm still working on that one. Why are the comments going away? Okay, I cannot like turn sideways and do this. I just have to look at the table for another hour. Sorry. The lowest point you started journaling, definitely wouldn't be the person that. Yeah, I think it. I've seen a lot of people on here that really seem like journalers who have had bouts with different mental things. A lot of people who have Asperger's. I think, like if you even are slightly on the autistic spectrum, that can be really suck because you want to be able to express emotions, but you can't necessarily do that. And then you'll make an awkward video like this. But journaling is a way to kind of at least be able to talk to yourself when you can't, and talking to other people is exhausting. You can't really express your difficulties to real people. The page is easier. It really is. I cannot, like, if I had to explain something that was bothering me to a person, sometimes I just can't do it, and physically I cannot temporarily lose my ability to speak. But I can write just about any dark crap. Pretty thin. Yeah, it's a nice distraction from daily life too. Just the fun things that go along with it. I cannot get these pins out of this container. Death. Totally one of the main. I have a bunch of traits of it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how. Not quite all of them. I've only actually been like completely nonverbal a few times, but not. I know a lot of people have worse. I have a lot of sensory processing shit that people don't understand. So that's fun. I know there's worse in life. It's just it's like the combination of crap can make it hard for me to be like okay. One of the songs that intrigues me is Daya's "Don't Let Me Down" because it's saying like I need you right now. I've never been able to just like tell a friend like, hey, I need to talk to you like for emotional support. I cannot really get emotional support from people usually, except in some awkward crying videos from a few years ago. But like it's just awkward for me, and it doesn't work. So generally, at least gives me the ability to kind of comfort myself when I can't get that from other people. Sensory overload sucks. Yeah. I had one person comment like, why can you live in a city and it not bother you, but like a noisy house can. In a city, like when I lived in the city, I would have a quiet apartment to go home to, and I could escape the situation. Like I can go in Times Square on New Year's Eve, and that's fine because I plan it and I can escape it. But if it's like unexpected guests at my family, when I'm visiting my family's house at all hours of the day and night, you can't. It's not planned. You can't escape it, and you can't get away from the noise and all the stuff. And it's partially probably about control. Like you can't. It's something you can control. Like I can control if I choose to go to Times Square or not, but I can't. Like choose to not have my family's friends at their house while I'm visiting, and they come over like multiple times a day. The cactus stickers are from Walmart, and they were about 47 cents. I thought that was really impressive. I think it's like the second time I've bought them recently, just because like yeah, the grumpy cactus reminds me of myself so much. You totally understand. Yeah, I never actually knew that I had I never knew I had anything wrong with me as a kid. So those are really confusing, and my self-esteem took a hit. I mean, I was one of the most like insecure, and I was one of the most insecure teenagers that I've ever seen, really. So I had so much self-hate, and journaling helped me not have that and to value like taking care of myself and stuff better. With a few exceptions. I know I've had some videos where I was like having a rough time, but they do have faces. He's not amazing. I guess I can take them out of the plastic and see them better. That's an odd thing to say. I didn't have anything wrong with me as a kid. Like ADD and stuff, no one ever noticed that. But when a few years ago, like 10 minutes with a shrink was like, you have ADD, you have anxiety, you have depression. I'm like, oh, she's like, take medicine. Like my subscribers were saying at the time. But yeah, no one. I went to school. Like I went to a good public school. Then my middle school was kind of lacking, so people hadn't really heard of ADD or any of the stuff, sensory processing or any of it. You were born a preemie baby. I was premature too. Same here on the aspect. Wow, that's a lot of like Aspergians or whatever in one room. Cool. Denim sweatpants, denim, and you feel gross. I did not wear pants until I was 16. I mean, I didn't walk around like without pants. I just wore dresses because I didn't do the texture issues, sensory crap. I wore overalls a lot as a kid. And yeah, I wasn't really around. Thankfully, I was kind of nerdy in general. So by high school, I spent like some summers at a summer in particular, the heart-shaped one. Yeah, it cracks me up. I can't. Where'd it go? There. At a nerdy kind of college for when I was in high school, and that a lot of people were like me, and I didn't really know why. And I think a lot of them actually had the same things wrong with them, but they were kind of more into academics and stuff. And my normal high school wasn't like that, so I could relate to a lot of them better. So at least I found some people who could relate to me, even though I didn't know anything was really rough as a kid. But yeah, and it's good to know why, like about being sensory overloaded, like knowing what you have so you can kind of deal with it better. Not that I deal with it well, but better than when I was a kid. Anyway, such a weird video. I'm literally sampling pens. And I'm enjoying it too. I watched the girl like she literally blink into a camera for like half an hour earlier. Something about online videos, just the interaction's fun even if no one's really doing anything. I mean, most of the guys in that video were probably staring at her boobs, but maybe the girls do, I don't know. She was really pretty, I don't know why I'm watching that anyway. normal people are favorite ones. Yeah, it's I've known a lot of quirky people. That yeah, I'm really glad I was into academics in high school, so I could at least find some people who were at least introverted and like to be alone, like I did. Because my some of my family is the most extroverted people. My parentals are the most extroverted people ever. They have friends over a few times a day at least. They're always on the phone. They're always like all doing all the stuff, and I just like could not. I can't do that. So knowing why I am like I am is really helpful. Like personality type, introverted, and everything else. Um, and I also was really socially awkward. I mean, I'm socially awkward now, but like I'm cool with it. But as a teenager, I was just awkward. And people thought I was really I was shy. So, but some people took it as like being conceited, and it just yeah, it was not fun. At that college I went to in high school for summers, one kid I guess just thought I was arrogant. I was so picky with food uh, that I wouldn't eat anything there. I usually went off campus for school lunches. Anyway, she told the RA and everyone on campus that I was anorexic, and I did not realize she did that until college. I thought she told people I was hefty. Like I truly thought she told people I was either like overweight or, which I mean they have eyes, or that I was pregnant. So when the RA would come by, she was like, and the RA would say like, what did you eat today? And I was like, this girl thinks I'm this like this lady thinks I'm fat. Why does she think I'm fat? I was just did not my self esteem like was like just completely like in the toilet by then. And she thought I was like this girl told her I was anorexic. I'm like, oh, that bitch. But I didn't realize that until a few years after, when one of the guys from that program went to college with me, and then I realized that I'm like, oh, all that time I thought I was like exceptionally pregnant looking. People thought I was anorexic, and that's why they were asking me what I was eating. So I'd come up with, every time the RA would come by, I was like, what did you eat today? I was like, I thought she thought I was just overweight or pregnant. I was like, salad. Like I come up with something healthy. Um, but yeah, self-esteem issues are a helpful thing to work out in your journal. I mean, I actually couldn't care less of what people think of me now, compared to back when I was a teenager. So journaling really, really helped with that. Except on a rough day, like this week, I'm kind of self-conscious. Kind of weird, but the comments won't stay up. No. You're socially awkward now, and you ask your friend what you seem like. Stayed off feeling cold. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I tend to come across like that, which incidentally is why, like, my family and everyone I've ever met's like thought I should be a lawyer, and I studied that and I'm good at it, but I don't think I'd want to do that permanently. It's I have like I they think my personality type is that's what I should do, when I really want to do something kind of fun and interactive. Maybe not interactive with people, but interactive, like creative. But people don't see that about me either, usually. You notice that you journal more during the hard times. It's a coping skill. Yeah, I really do that too. When I'm a few years, well, the past 10 years of journaling, no, a few years ago, I would fill journals. Sometimes it's in like a few weeks, just because that was my coping outlet. Like back in, I think it was 2014, one of the fastest journals I ever filled was in January. I think it was 2014. I filled that in less than 3 weeks because I was collaging. I couldn't really come up with words, but I had lost a few people in my life, and I was just writing to deal with it, and that really, really helped, especially collaging. One of the I call them the boys. My parents raised them. Second brother died in 2014, and I collaged a lot, and that really helped to deal with that. And a childhood friend who I called her parents like dad number two, mom number two, and he died back like just kind of suddenly when he was young back then too, that month. And yeah, journaling was I journal like so much during that time. And like, a number of other people, like it was just like a strange number of relatives died within a few months. So I like really was filling journals like crazy back then. The fastest you ever did was 160 page in 5 days. Holy crap. Yeah, that must have been a rough time. I'm glad you had that, like journaling as an outlet at least. Lost sucks, especially if you're, especially if it's set. Even if it's not set, and it really just hell in general. Such an odd combination of like, yeah. I'm not sure if it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would be embarrassed if people are like watching this later. They're like, "What is with this girl?" She's like, um, just yeah. It's just like I'm not trying to do a bio of my problems, but I'm just trying to like. I guess my whole point of all of that was just journaling can be really helpful during hard times or hard emotions, whichever. Yeah. That's great. These colors are really different. They're not kind of the normal colors you'd find in a gel pen packet. I love this one. That color's neat too. These pens you kind of use up quicker. I can knock one of these out in about 7 pages or so. But by then at least I can smell the scent and it's really fun. I can't actually smell these. The ones I used last summer on the beach scent smelled a lot more strongly. It is a vibrant red. It's kind of gory. I don't really use. Someone asked what color. I'm trying to do like a Q&A video, and so if you have any questions for me, I don't know, like Instagram or email me or whatever them to me. But someone had asked on Instagram what colors I usually write in, and I don't usually write in black anymore. I kind of did more when I first started journaling. I usually just straight up write in like rainbow. Usually I like purples, metallic purples like this. I love. And kind of like the Jelly Roll pastel purple. Time for soda. This is like early to me. I stayed up all like last night for no apparent reason. I was like looking up jobs, like, oh my god, everything requires you to drive. And I drove when I was young, but even then I didn't really bother to get a license until I was probably 17 or 16 and a half, just because I didn't like it. And then I totaled my family's car, and they didn't like it. No, actually, got another car like the same day, and they're like, you have to drive so you don't get afraid of it forever. I'm still afraid of it forever, but the older I get, the more afraid of driving I am, which is just great. It used to not bother me to drive. But when we used to drive in the city, you drive like 10 miles an hour, and here you're driving like 80 down the freeway, and that's a very different thing. These are Mattel. They're Right Dudes Scribble Stuff brand. They're made by Mattel. Have I tried a library for a job? I've looked at a few library jobs around here, and the ones I could find required you to drive between locations. So you had to have a driver's license, and then the other one you had to have a master's in library studies. So I'm not sure what kind of library jobs I could do, because I think a library would be perfect for me. Or even, I mean, I'd love a bookstore job. I applied to Barnes & Noble last year. I think they didn't get back to me. And some of the stuff, I'm not sure how. I used to volunteer in a food pantry, and being around the like hot cooking equipment kind of made me, and some of the smells of food kind of made me queasy. So being a like fast food cook is probably not something I can really physically do. But I thought about I might just do like hardline sales floor retail again. I mean, it wasn't that horrible at it last semester. The sticker so random. Like my life. I don't know. It's fun getting to know everyone. I know this is kind of why I do life. If you can't really, I can't really like, I guess I could say all the stuff on my normal videos, but it's just such random topics and I can't interact. That's kind of the whole fun of this for me. I love these. Oh yeah, I've been saving up some stickers for pen paling, and I'm still trying to figure out pen paling. I need to figure out where I'm gonna like be in a month, like where I'm gonna live in a month. So I can't pen pal yet, but I still want to. So I've been saving up some extra sheets of stickers. So when I get into that, I can like send a few extra stickers to pen pals or whatever. I like just having like a random sticker from someone when someone's like, here's a sticker. You can get an online master's in library science. That's a good deal for that. I am one class away from a bachelor's, and it's Spanish, and I've not had any luck. I've not had much luck trying to get that done, so I'm not sure how I can possibly finish bachelor's. I would love a master's in library science. This is like, I didn't realize this was 4 sheets. I want to say this was 99 cents, which this would be a good deal if it was really, maybe it was 1.99. I could have sworn I saw it 99 cents. UNT, is that University of Tennessee? Online, that'd be perfect for me. I would love to do grad school online, but I can't find a way to get my Spanish done so I can get my bachelor's. That's the one thing I lack for bachelor's. I have a few hundred credit hours of college. I have like half of a master's in credits done. Oh, North Texas. Ooh, neat. I'm gonna have to look that. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you. To look into that, but yeah, I kind of need a bachelor's and a master's to be able to do something I could actually do well. Like, I think I could do a library well, or I'm good at SEO analyzing. I don't really need a degree for that, but I think it'd be helpful for like marketing and analysis. A lot of the marketing jobs here are sales, and I'm not. I'm obviously like be horrible at that. I'm good at customer service. When I was doing that retail thing last semester, there was this customer just sitting at the tech counter, and they'd outsourced the tech company. It was like a partner company that had a desk in the store that I was working in. So I just saw this lady over there. I'm like, "Can I help you, ma'am?" And she was like, "I've been waiting here an hour," and the managers at the store had left her there. They were trying to get the third-party tech company to show up. Someone had no-showed who worked there. And I go over there, I'm like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, I'm like, "Well, what do you need? Maybe I can help." And she just needed her SIM card done. I fixed it, and I'm like, "Is that all you need?" And she was just like, she didn't know what to say. I'm like, and so my boss comes over and was like, "Well, how's it?" She was like, the person's coming over from the other store across town." And I'm like, "Oh, well, we got her problem taken care of." And my boss just looked at me like, "What?" I'm like, "She just needed such and such done. I'm in tech. It's done." And she was just shocked. So I think I like to do stuff like that, where it's like trying to help people just when they're frustrated, they don't think it can happen. I missed a comment. Have I asked my guidance counselor if I could take an online Spanish class? I found a class that they would accept, but I couldn't quite. I'm really bad at Spanish and language in general, so I couldn't quite swing it. There's one that I signed up for that I need to take a few tests for it. I'm just not sure if I can pass it. My school won't accept anything below a C+ for transfer credits, and my school doesn't have any Spanish classes online. But I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to get a tutor and try to study for the 3 tests I have to take for that that online class. It's an online correspondence class. I'll probably have to get a tutor to try to eventually do that and just have a tutor every day or something. But it's really like, yeah, one class away. I've done some grad school classes. I have like half of a master's worth of grad school classes. And it's like one class is keeping me from my degree that I went into so much debt for. Hey, thanks for joining. I know it's late and it was really fun hanging out. It brightened my night, so thanks for coming. Yeah, eventually I want to do grad school. I actually thought about living in dorms because I'm like, where else am I going to live? Death. But I can't seem to finish my bachelor's. And I can't switch programs because it's too far into it. I just have one requirement left. You just finished your doctorate? Wow. Congratulations. A tutor is really a good way. I need to find a job and then get a tutor and then finish that class. I just can't figure out what job around here that I can do before I get my degree, that I don't have to drive. Dyslexia. A tutor for that. Wow, what was it? What was your doctorate in? That's a lot of work. That's neat. I've been thinking about school, what I could do for schools. I'm still tempted to finish law, could do law school, but I don't like the law schools around here aren't really good. So, and I don't know how to swing a real, like a normal civilization law school. They're pricey and have a lot of school debt alone as it is. My door just shut by itself. That's scary. Well, it's windy, so that's fine. But yeah, I took a bunch of law classes in college. And a bunch of economics and stuff I was horrible at. So it's like one more requirement that I should be able to do. I think I just like psyched myself out about it so much that they used to have like a middle block from finishing college. And it wasn't my, it was one of my ghosts. Yeah, yeah. One of my old roommates thought it was haunted here. I don't know if I'm really into ghosts, but the noises creep me out at night. And leaving a door open is really probably not the best idea, but it's nice and chilly. I'm just showing you washi. I'm gonna open my washi tape. This really made my night. I'm glad anyone would like watch this. I don't know. That's kind of like my life's kind of like I'm still trying to figure out where I want to live, what job, how to finish my existing school, if I should do law school or grad school. I mean, I'm halfway done with a master's almost. So, but I can't do any more because you have to have a converted bachelor's before my school will let you go further into master's. I live in the middle of nowhere, so there's not many schools, and you have to drive to them. And I've taken a lot of like online classes at the ones here, so you can't. If they require you to be admitted if you take more than 9 hours, so I can't take a Spanish at the cheap local school. Because I have to be admitted, and I can't give up my spot at my normal school because I don't think I get accepted if I applied back. This is like crap that's wrong. I'm just gonna title this video "Crap That's Wrong with My Life." The final push in school is the worst. I'm gonna quit like every day. I really, really do. But yeah, so much fun. I thought about returning to civilization. I kind of had a nice setup there with schools and stuff, but if I wanted to raise a kid and family, like this would be a good spot to do it. Like the suburbs and sticks, and it's safe and quiet, and I've land. Thank you. There's over 1 million people in my metropolis. So that's what I call a small town. I'm not like it's this. I kind of live on the edge of the sticks. If you go too far north, it's like legitimate fields, but then you have to go kind of further away. But I've lived in large cities, and I went to school in one of them, and I want to finish there. If I transfer from there, you can't always get back in. It's a good mix. Yeah, I feel like I'm running out of time. Like I need to have a kid. This is just awkward. Let's just make the video more awkward. I need to have a kid within probably like a decade. And there's a cotton field in Prairie School. How pretty. When I lived in Tiny Town, it was less than 100,000 people, and there was a sunflower field on the side of the highway, and it was just gorgeous. It was like a really neat experience. But yeah, I feel like I'm running out of time, so I need to have a kid within probably like 5 or 10 years. I don't want to be too old. So I would want to raise a kid here, not in the middle of like Upper West Side Manhattan. So like I don't know, I can't pick a place. If I live here, I need to like drive and be into all that kind of thing and suburban stuff. If I go back to the city, eventually I'd want to go to the suburbs again to raise my kid within 5 or 10 years. You to drive all the way around it. You totally should have driven through the cotton field. I live in like this enough sticks that there's not really. In Civilization, I went to a Jewish school, and so when I lived here, there's hardly any Jewish people. So the Jew that I know here, I went to a Jewish school, but the Jew I know here, he has this, I don't know, some kind of fancy SUV. It's like the Mercedes Hummer looking thing, and he was nice enough to take me to the airport once, and he trespassed on private property, drove like off the highway, like four-wheeled it on the middle of a field, and took me to the airport. He's like, screw this traffic, and said some other things in like Hebrew or whatever, and and then four-wheeled it across a field, and yeah, it was really funny. But yeah, you should have driven to the cotton field. And I was like, if I get arrested, you're gonna have to bail me out, buddy. He's fun. His name is fun. Everything about him is fun. And the words that he was saying, I kind of had heard before because I went to a Jewish school. It was funny. And he was just like so bad. And then I'd never heard of what type of car it was, and I knew he was kind of into stuff like that. He um, lost his parents young and inherited some stuff and almost got broke, but he started his own company and he really did some neat stuff with it. So he's into fancy cars, and he showed us some before. And this one, I looked up when I got home, and I'm like, holy crap! It's like, that's more than a house, buddy. He just four-wheeled it through a field. So yeah, after I saw him after that, I'm like, yeah, if you ever get me arrested, you are like legitimately gonna bail me out of jail. Like trespassing on the side of the highway. We didn't get in trouble. No one cared because it was just kind of suburban near the airport. But he was fun. I don't think he's from here or something, because we don't have that many Jewish people here, which is weird because like I went to a Jewish school, and the last one of my jobs had pretty much, it was like a Jewish office. Most of them we had Jewish holidays off, so it's kind of interesting. Like cultural norms are so different here, and here I'm kind of like leftist, like all open-minded liberal. I was like, when I was in Civilization, they're like, oh, you're so conservative. I'm sure the farmers wouldn't be happy if you drove through. Oh, cotton field. I guess it would damage the field if there was just like straight up cotton everywhere. We didn't actually damage anything that he was driving on, and we didn't damage his car. But I was like, I am not touching your car. I'm not getting in your car. Because I'm like, I can't afford your insurance bill if it gets damaged. But yeah, the kid really like made a kind of self-made success. He made himself a lot of good business investments since super young too, like 20 something, and he'd already started companies and done all this cool stuff. So he's an impressive kid. On top of being like profane in different languages, it's fun. I'm gonna play with my pen some more. I wish I could smell them. I was hoping they'd be super scented. I like them to be noticeably scented. Living in rural Texas. Interesting. I'm not sure that I've really been out there. Yeah, that would be really conservative. I'm surprised that there's a different population. We kind of do have some different. We have kind of a lot of students from China here, so we have some mixed, just not as much as when I lived in Civilization. I jokingly like call it the sticks, even though it's kind of sticks. The Panhandle. Nice. Yeah. I kind of yeah. Everyone here watches Fox News, and where I used to live, we would call it faux news and whatever. It's just like such a different setup. I had to really like tone down my vocabulary and like, because what you say that's profane where I used to live is like people are just like appalled at here. So to really tone it down. And same with driving. You honk at people in the city is kind of like not overly angry. It's just kind of like what you do, and people don't get that offended. But here people get really offended if you like honk at them or cut them off or anything. I love this color. It's kind of different than it looks in the thing. Yeah, that's not even all of them. I guess I could do the yellow one. There's usually, in all these scented sets, there's usually a few that you can't really see well. I can't believe anyone's watching this. This is fun. It's fun how different and similar our lives all are. Okay, you can actually see this. That's shocking. That's weird. It's like more of a gold. I wish I liked normal white paper. I guess I could use a sticker sheet. Use a sticker sheet. That's a really good quote. I try, thanks. I don't know. It is interesting. Like, I know, well, where I used to live, Civilization, there was a lot of international people and a lot of international students. This color is really cool. I can't believe you can actually see this yellow. And some of my family friends, they've met some people from Asia who are like mega millionaires, and it's just how interesting I mean, if I had all that money, I think I'd be traveling somewhere cool, not living where they chose to live in kind of suburbia, and their lives are just, I mean, their lives aren't that much different. I mean, other than like they can pay their bills, and that's up to a certain point. Having money makes your life different, but he's not like not that much different. I mean, he's got so many millions, and you'd never guess it when you first like met these people, and they still have the same worries about health and mortality and all that like my poor self does. And even different cultures, they still, no matter where you're from, you're still dealing with the same like health, mortality, debating if you believe in stuff or be politics, religion, all of it. And it's kind of neat that we're all just human. And like even people from a few hundred years ago, they still had the same. They still dealt with all the health stuff and mortality and all the like a lot of the worries that we do now. And insecurity, wondering what you're gonna do with your life if you want kids. All those kind of same decisions our ancestors had to deal with too. I think it'd be really neat to read a journal from the 1800s. I've read some online, but I think it'd be really neat to find them in person. I cannot smell this pen at all. It's supposed to smell like a basket of berries. Yeah. Great to read all journals. Yeah, there's. I was reading some kind of blog or something where someone let their teenager read their great grandma's journal or something, and she was shocked to find that her grandma had some of the same worries about dating and other like teenage, body image stuff that she did, and that was from over 100 years ago. I think it's really neat how some of the stuff that we deal with is just kind of transcends time. This color is surprisingly not bright. Let's try it on normal paper. People are always people. You should look at some of the Pompeii. I took a Latin class, and we did study Pompeii for a while. That wasn't. I don't think we saw the words on it, but some of the stuff that like people had their breakfast set up on a table before the Pompeii disasters and everything. I like to research stuff like that. I was researching the average lifespan of the BC years. A few hundred, I forget. I don't know. I was just looking up what the average age of people in the Roman Empire was, basically, and pre-Roman Empire and whatever. I'm pale. This is like, I said I was tanned. I wanted to look like less old. I'm so nervous this week that I wash my hands a lot. My hands are dry. I'm not really as old as I look. My door is opening. Ghost. But yeah, Sunless Tan. This is me tan. The door literally just shut on its own. That's... This video is getting ridiculous. I wish I could smell these pens. Cannot smell them at all. This one does not smell like apple. Millie Roche was recommending the Frito Kahlo journals. I've been, I think I read a few of them online. I was thinking about reading them straight up like a book, but, I don't know, might be able to relate to some of it a bit much. Oh no, I was thinking the Sylvia Plath ones. I actually don't think I've read Sylvia, or the other ones, the Frida Kahlo ones. There was an art journaler who sometimes put Frida Kahlo quotes on her art pages, and I saw a few like that, and sometimes her art journal pages were inspired by Frida Kahlo. It's ridiculously late here. And I'm half asleep, so I know this is just kind of... This is like a slumber party. It's like a journaling slumber party. This is just... Yeah, this is so much fun. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I can do stuff like this and meet people from West Texas and India. I'm kind of... Yeah. I was going to be like, I'm curious where everyone's from, but not everyone wants to say stuff like that. I'm going to take these pins out of this. Be loud for a second. Sorry. What do I call my viewers? I usually go with friends. I know some people come up with like different names, like I don't know. I don't really watch large channels, but I've heard of people nicknaming their people. I've never really done that. My journalies, that's cute. I like that. My journalies. Journalies. It kind of like sounds like Siamese to me. It's really fun. I've never... Yeah, I just call them virtual friends, I guess. But Journalies is really, that might have to be my new nickname for everyone who journals. Okay, I'm gonna hurry. I know this is loud. Crap, just lost a thingy. This is so much better than spending Friday night at Walmart. Just what everyone does here. No, I went shopping there. It was kind of, it is a pile of joy. I sometimes just kind of take out all my pens and just sort them, and it's just relaxing. I'm really into like rainbows and colorful crap. Look at my tablecloth. This is the only tablecloth that I own. Like, look at my room. It's like all like old people style, and then I've got this like rainbow tablecloth because that's the only thing I own. That's a tablecloth that would fit. I don't actually have my room or anything decorated rainbow though. I kind of like stuff like these colors. You can probably just, okay, yeah, you can see something weird if I do that, but just like kind of dark greens and sage colors and whatever. Jot gel pens that are really awesome at Dollar Tree. Nice. I don't think I've. Are those? Do they kind of look like this? And it's like a pack of 8 or something with like a magenta. I think I've seen some at Dollar Tree. I like swatching stuff. I mean, I guess I could. I know a lot of people kind of like draw or just think cool on camera, but I'm not that special. $1 for a pack of 8. Nice. That's a really good deal. I like their ballpoint pens. It's a 8-pack for. This is a weird color. It's like metallic and. Once I think I can actually like do a planned journaling party. I don't usually plan these because it usually takes a lot of guts for me to do, like just to do live streams. But once I think I can plan it, and I think I'll be like peppy enough that day to be able to do it, I'll plan it in advance so we can kind of hang out, maybe write together. I've got some journaling prompts saved for that one, and some kind of fun activities for you guys. They don't last long, but they're about the same as Miss Lily gel pens. Nice. They don't skip. That's awesome. 8 pens for $1. Do I think that one day you'll grow out of journaling? Probably not. I just keep reminding myself why I do it and how I wish I would have had something like that as a coping skill when I was really young. I think I might not be as into adding in like stickers or washi tape or that kind of thing, or I might not write as much if I'm like super busy when I'm older. But I don't think I'll ever completely stop. A few years ago, I really was like mad at journaling. I was just like, this does not feel comforting, but and just frustrated with everything. But I was really mad at sleep and everything at the time, so I think I'd eventually talk myself out of it. If I decided to not journal for a while, I think I'd eventually pick it up again, even if I did change my mind and end up not doing it well. That's a pretty color. I cannot smell them at all, but I think it's just, I don't know, maybe I have to break them in a bit. I don't remember having to do that with the ones last summer, but maybe I did and just don't remember it. The ones last summer you could smell a lot more. You were coloring in your journal during doctorate school. That's awesome. I kind of want to do did you do it in person or? Are they metallic? This is metallic, yes. The burgundy kind of looks metallic, but not super metallic-y. But yeah, the green's metallic. I don't have any paper here. I have like blank journals everywhere. I just don't have any paper that's ever handy. I kind of want to do like an in-person school thing. I'm finishing up. I've one more assignment for my current program. I'm doing a certificate program in another school online, and I have one more assignment and I'll be done with that. And that's online, and I've had one professor for a few of the classes, and I still don't know her. Like, I couldn't ask her for a recommendation or anything. I don't really know classmates, even though we have to interact online. It's just kind of, I don't know, not the same. I kind of want the in-person experience. I think it'd be really convenient to live in a dorm so I wouldn't have to drive everywhere. And at least I could live wherever without having to qualify, because, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is definitely metallic. The burgundy one's not. That's interesting. Okay. You're gonna like have to look at my arm, but it's okay. Let's see if it says what they all are. Oh, it doesn't. It's just got some random metallic ones in there. These are, okay, it says published or produced in 2016. It might just be that they're not so scented because they're older. Tip size is 0.7 to 1.0. Can you go to an in-person often hours once or twice? That school's, actually both my schools are across the country, so I can't actually go in at all. I wish I could. I've never actually been to the campus of my college I'm doing a certificate program at. I'm almost done. I've never actually been to their school, ever. My real school is also across the country. I always had a hard time trying to ask for recommendations from anyone there, but I at least could meet people from the school, and I have more school spirit from my in-person school than my online ones. But I love online classes. You just don't have to deal with people or traffic or humanity. Doesn't say how many are metallic. That one's a neat color. It looks like maybe a handful of metallics. I'd say maybe 6 metallics in this. Mostly just normal ones. I can't smell them, but I think 2016 means are pretty old, and scented pens eventually kind of lose their scent, usually for me. I just bought these, but I hadn't seen them at Walmart before, but they just were produced before that. The ones I bought last summer, I think, had the production date of 2017. So either they were newer and smelled more because of that, or because they just used to make them better. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up. But they're made by Mattel. Okay, which color would be this? I thought about being a graduate teaching assistant. That's because I'm so good at interacting with humanity. I don't know. I like living in the city that my school's in, because there'd be like college spirit. When I lived in the city where my bachelor's school is, that really helped me get jobs there. People had heard of it. People had, like, a lot of people went there, and, well, maybe not a lot, but the jobs I got in that city were it really helped that I went to that school. It was like a local one. When I lived in tiny town, I took some classes there, and people were like super into school spirit, so it helped to be a local student. It pays for school. You can be a library graduate teaching assistant. Ooh, I didn't know library teaching assistant was a thing. That would be awesome. Does being a graduate teaching assistant pay for a lot of school? So the one I'd never actually gotten a scholarship or a grant in my life before, which really sucked. But for this certificate program, I got a grant that paid for most of it, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. It's because my current certificate program is in leadership. There's a lot of business and HR classes that I thought would be helpful, because my bachelor's is in foreign affairs, and that's kind of like not helpful where I live at all, because we don't have that, because it's like suburbia. But if like graduating teaching assistant helped with tuition costs, that'd be amazing. If your GTA covers at least 50%. Holy crap, I didn't know that. What is it? My teaching assistants never really, I think, actually, they what do? They do like lab, you manage the lab work and you grade papers. Do you have to teach a lot? Because, like, if I plan stuff, I can teach, but only in a large classroom. Small crowd, I can barely get a word out. I'm going to have to look into being a teaching assistant. I'm not really sure when I'll actually be able to finish my bachelor, so that's kind of another thing that's kind of leaving me hanging. Like, I can't really apply to good grad schools now. Your GTA positions paid for your entire master's. Seriously, wow. What kind of, is it like, is a GTA a full, like, graduate teaching assistant, is that a full-time job, or how does that work? That's amazing. That's a lot of school. Congratulations. I can't really, I don't know, it's hard to pick a place to live in a school and try to apply to good schools or whatever, since I don't know if I'll ever really finish. Debt free with 4 calls. Oh, are you serious? Holy crap. I have no degrees and I have a crap load of debt. It's awful. I don't think we had is there such thing as an undergraduate teaching assistant? I don't think there is. At least not at my school. I'm going to have to look into that for grad school. That'd be amazing. I haven't really applied to good grad schools. because I don't know if I'll ever finish my undergrad. I'm trying to, but I like the schools I'm looking at, you can't just wait a few years to start grad school. So I'm kind of like in a, what's it called? In a stagnant position with my life. Like I can't figure out what I want to live or about school or what jobs or what to apply to because I don't know when I'll finish college. And my life's on hold because of that basically. And because I haven't really done much in recent years. I haven't really like pursued my career in recent years. No student loans because of the GTA position. You can work as a student. Work study, yeah, I never qualified for that. I never got aid, and yeah, I paid for college myself, but with loans. I eventually worked at a place that gave me some, what's it called, employer tuition, free classes, which is amazing. Yeah, I never qualified for work study. I wish. That's kind of another thing that would be helpful with a local school, so I could work at the school. I love this color so much. I think I just missed a question. When you're not journaling, what do you do for fun? I like sailing. I do sailboats. This is the prettiest color ever. I like movies. I collect vintage stamps, postcards, and coins. Sometimes collage. I used to try to do art every now and then. I've tried out hobbies like making jewelry, earrings mostly. I like to sightsee around my whatever city I'm living in at the time. So I go to a lot of art events like art museums and parades and state fairs, county fairs, all that kind of thing. Museums, I'm into museums, and I like going to a library. And I like making t-shirt quilts every handful of years and quilts out of my old clothes, like just kind of craft stuff in general. And that's pretty much it. What are you guys into other than journaling? I'm such a sucker for like swatching pens. I could do this all. I think I have done it all night, but I could really do this all night. It's just, yeah, much fun. The turquoise is really, really gorgeous. I collect pens pretty much at this point too. I like nail polish. I like girly stuff, candles, writing by candlelight. I'm a sucker for. I used to like picnicking. I still like picnic. I got a picnic basket for Christmas, which is really fun. Journaling is a nice hobby. Other than you draw, paint, and video games, I've been into what's that game? Papa Bear Saga on iPhone games lately. Sailing is fun. I sail a 50-foot boat in the Atlantic and ocean and Gulf of Mexico. It's really a really neat hobby. You can't really do it alone with that kind of size boat, but I would love to just go out there and be alone. And it's really surprisingly easy. We have if there's an auto sail thing. If there's an auto sail on the boat, you don't have to physically shove it out there. Did I use a pattern to crochet? I don't actually know how to read crochet patterns, so no. But I did find one that I was for my friend once, and I can try to find that again if you want to check it out. I'm not. I can write it down and see if I can find it because it looked the same. My friend was going to try to make one, but I don't know how to read the pattern. She said it would look like that. So if I can find that, I can see if it would really work. Or I can send it to you and see if it really works. I can't read I tried to read patterns, but I just can't. I tried to granny square Afghan for a long time too. If I show the quote, would that help to try to figure out the pattern? I can see if I can find that old pattern I tried to find for a friend. I have no ability to recrochet a pattern, so when I find one, I just have no idea if they'll work. I just have to eye it. I don't know how to, I'm not good at crocheting. Let's see. What are my favorite and least favorite brand journals? I like Barnes and Noble leather ones usually. My least favorite. I'm gonna get punched if I say something like that. My least favorite. I'm not really into soft covers, so a lot of the as pretty as a lot of and okay, as pretty as a lot of the Ecolo ones are, their soft covers don't really do it for me just because they kind of get a little bit scratched up with the kind of faux leatherette thing going on. So I'm not really into those. I'm not really into soft covers in general. It's not their fault. A lot of people love those. I'm not into Shutterfly journals. You can print your own photo, which is amazing. And I made a tie-dye quilt, or not tie-dye quilt, tie-dye journal out of it. But the paper smells like bleach, and it looks like bleach white. So I wasn't into those either. It's a day's drive, but your uncle has a boat. Used to go as a kid. It really is common going on the water. I used to, when I was living in Civilization on the East Coast, I was really thinking about living in LA just because my apartment building on the back east had some buildings in LA. Or I was looking in California in general, and some of them could see like water outside their windows. Like, that'd be so cool if I'm paying this, I might as well live there. I think it'd be really neat to live. I've never lived like by the ocean. It'd be really neat. But I make a trip there. I spend part of the year to visiting relatives who live relatively near, a few hours drive from water. And then I have my elderly relatives drive me to water because I don't drive, which is kind of ridiculous. Um, yeah, I should really get over my driving thing. And driving during the day is okay, or in the city. It's just driving at fast speeds in the middle of nowhere where you can't, where there's like no street lights. It's not really for me. I think I missed another comment. Death. Um, let's see. Will I ever do a reveal? I think my first videos were that kind of thing. I don't know if I will again. I'm kind of old. I might. It's hard. Maybe when my ADD doesn't suck so much, I can like focus on making eye contact with the camera and doing stuff at the same time. Do I know how the Redbubble journals are? The paper is pretty bleach white. It's not for me, but some people don't mind it. I've seen those, and they have a lot of cute ones. The paper didn't do it for me. Those, but if bleach white paper doesn't bother you, they're probably fine. The covers are okay at least. You tried pausing a Hangout video when I used it in the background, but you couldn't figure out that way. Yeah, I can't read crochet patterns either. I could post like a photo of it that helps. I just, if I'm trying to do like a crochet thing, I just have to like look at it and stare at it. Some of them I still cannot do a granny square Afghan though. But, if that helps, I can try it. I wish I could read patterns. I've tried to learn how to read crochet patterns, but I just cannot. I know they were popular in the 80s. I'm pretty sure the pattern I found when my friend was trying to figure out how to do it was from a 1980 Simplicity pattern that seemed like it was like kind of the same look. What if I pulled the cover away and dunked the bleach white paper into your coffee? Um, that's actually, I've never really thought about dunking the whole thing into your coffee. I think the pages would be crinkly for me, and that would bother me a bit, but that would actually fix the bleach thing. I think it would still smell. But if I had like scented coffee, that's a neat idea. I might have to really try that. That'd be a nice way to fix some of my journals that are too bleachy. That would make the texture on it look really cool. Have you ever tried that? That'd be really, I really want to see what the paper look like. Because if you can even make it look all marbled with the coffee and stuff. Interesting. I've never thought about doing that. I sometimes color my pages, but that's about as creative as I get with it. Crap like this. I think I'm going to keep this and put in my journal. I've been looking for this set of pins for a really long time. Well, a few months. It feels like a long time. Yeah, I try to document stuff that I'm really into at the time. So if I'm into pins or stickers or like, I'll make pages of a haul in my journal. So if I'm into nail polish or whatever that does it for me at the time, I kind of want to remember that in the future when I'm like 90. I'm looking back, I'm like, why was I so into this? Like whatever hobby it was. So I like doing that kind of add-ins. How do I say crochet? Crochet. That'd be a fun experiment. Oh, well, I guess I can't hear if I say this word. Say orange. Rooter. Um, so in some of my journals, croquet. Croquet. I used to play croquet as a kid. There was I love there's kind of some Yankee versus Southerner online quizzes where you can see what kind of accent you have. I've made those into journal pages before. You've tried that when making a junk journal. You fold it together, staple together, poured coffee. Neat. That actually sounds really fun. Not too marbly. That sounds really pretty. That'd be a neat thing to do on the kind of weird edge paper that I've got in my current journal. I'm going to try that. Thanks for the idea. That's really, yeah, I have to try that. I'm like staring at chocolate. I want my chocolate. I hope this cake is decent. It's my chocolate. Say ruin. Rune? You say it rune? Interesting. Rune. Okay. I kind of want to find a list of like. Hang on, I'm gonna find a. We're gonna have fun with our accents. I'll be right back. Trying that with a moleskin, that'd be interesting. Thank you. Thanks for joining. You're so nice with your comments. I'm so out of breath. I'm like running into another room. I really like the Yankee versus Dixie quizzes. I've got some like relatives in both parts of the country, so I like to do this sort of thing with them. Okay, how do you pronounce the word ant? This isn't gonna work if I don't. Okay, I wonder if you can read if I hold this up. Okay, I don't think you. Oh yeah, you can read. You can sort of see that. Okay, how do you pronounce the word this? Ant. Such an odd thing to do. Okay, I'm just gonna have to read it to you. My arms are like too old, and I say it like ant too. I'm gonna take the quiz. How do you pronounce the word caramel? How do you pronounce creek? I'm really entertaining myself. I know this is ridiculous. I'll make something useful eventually. How do you pronounce the second syllable in pajamas? Oh, I guess you want the answers. Okay, does it sound like jam or does it sound like job or neither? Jam. Oh, I've never been able to say it pajamas. My childhood friends said it like that. Jam. Oh, apparently I say it like the southeastern U.S. when I say it like pajama. Wait, maybe I do say pajamas. No, I say pajamas. Okay, if you say it like jam, then it says Northeast U.S. and Great Lakes and West Coast. How do you pronounce route? Or for most people, route. I say it like route, which means I'm in the Northeast. If you say it like route, it's Southeastern. PJs. I don't actually wear clothes to sleep. It's like how unnatural. So I don't actually own, but I think I own pajama pants. I own rainbow pajama pants, but like I'd never actually do pajamas. I haven't worn pajamas since I was like in high school, which made it really awkward when my RA came in after I stayed too late on campus freshman year. I stayed like extra time after the semester ended by a few days. They came in like to make sure the room was empty, and I was there like with no pajamas. This is such a. Like, I win the award for like most awkward random video ever. Sorry. Okay, do you pronounce caught, C-O-T, and caught, C-A-U something, the same way? Okay, let's see. Caught and caught. No, I do not. So Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. Caught and caught. Caught equals ooh, south. How do you address a group of people? Use is totally Jersey. You all is what I say. Common nearly everywhere. You all, yeah. Seems pretty common. Well, it's common everywhere, according to the quiz. How do you sail the kind of sail? What kind of sail is on the front lawn? Rummage sale, tag sale, yard sale, or garage sale? Yard sale? Okay, let's see what. Throughout the U.S., slightly more in the southeast. Garage sale, all of the U.S. except the southeast. Rummage is Western Great Lakes, including Chicago and Milwaukee. What are the toppings? Okay, my arm's like gonna fall off. What's the long sandwich with lots of cold nuts and toppings? A sub, hoagie, grinder, Italian, hero, or poo? Oh, po boy? Is that it? Po boy? I can't. Po boy. There we go. Yeah, okay, it's a sub. A sub would be common throughout the entire U.S. If you were hoagie, you'd be Pennsylvania and Eastern Ohio. A grinder, you're Connecticut to Vermont. Po. I cannot say. Po reminds me of Teletubby. Teletubby, bye-bye. Po boy. I can't. South, Tef. Okay, I'm going with sub. What's the tiny lobster that crawls around in creek bottoms? Crawfish. I can't. Crayfish. I wish it would focus. You've only heard it called po boys. I cannot. Okay, there's two words that apparently I cannot say. I cannot say the word damn it. I can't. RURAL. I cannot say. I think I like to think it's because I'm allergic to the South, but rural I cannot say as a word, and apparently I cannot say po boy either. Okay, the tiny lobster that crawls in the creek bottoms. If you say crawfish, you're Louisiana, Texas, and vicinity. If you say crayfish, you're generic. If you say crawdad, you're Southeast U.S., Midwest, and Plains. If you say mudbugs, you're like as far south as it goes, Louisiana and South Texas. I think I go with crawfish, Louisiana, Texas, and vicinity. Hey, Texas, I relate to you. I've never lived in Texas. What do you call gym shoes? Sneakers, tennis shoes, gym shoes, or running shoes? This amuses me so much. There's actually a website that's I want to say it's a Princeton one, but it's where some professors have sampled the dialects of different places in the country and done research on it. You can hear samples of different regions, and it's like a dialect study. I think it's called the Dialect website at Princeton. Maybe you aren't completely allergic to the South. Yeah, shocking. I just can't say po boy. Po boy. Why can I not say that damn word? Po boy. I could take a trip to the rural parts of the South and eat a po boy. Oh, I do like this. I have a lot of relatives in the South. I lovingly joke about it. Okay, so gym shoes. I call them sneakers. So that makes me Northeast U.S. If you say tennis shoes, you're all of the U.S. except the Northeast. If you say gym shoes, who says that? Midwest U.S. and Chicago. Running shoes, no bias. Yeah, sneakers. I'm glad y'all. This really entertains me. It's weird how, yeah, I had some relative. Actually, one of my cousins lives in the relative deep South, and her accent. I have to try not to. It's just so rich and interesting. you can't stop laughing about the po boy sandwich. Oh, I think I did it. Po boy. If I try to pretend I'm from the South, I'd like a po boy with my Coke. Oh my god. Po boy in the rural area. My friends would never let me live rural. And if I lived in tiny town, it was a rural area. I could not say the word rural. And we had an electric company that I think had the word rural or something. And I had to say that word more than once. And I just cannot say that word. I'm still allergic to the South. Okay, what is spread onto the tops of cakes? Frosting. Go frost yourself. Icing. Don't know or don't care. I think I'm going to go with don't care on that one. Frosting would be New England and Western Great Lakes. Icing, all of the southern U.S. I used to say icing as a kid. I'm a southerner. Don't know, do you eat your cake bare? Icing. Rural juror. Oh my gosh. I can like break my mouth. So icing is all of the southern U.S., Midwest, except the Great Lakes. I go with frosting now. There's that movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and they have a marketing campaign, and the guy's like, go frost yourself. And the lady screams up, what did you say to me? Yeah, anyway. What's the road along an interstate highway? The frontage road, the service road, an access road, or a feeder? Yeah, service road is, oh, frontage. For shame. Access road, where's that? Slight bias towards the southern U.S. Ah, southerner. More southerners. Southerners everywhere. Service road, yeah, that says used nationwide, especially in urban areas. That's what I call it, I think. Frontage road is favored in the western Great Lakes region. Oh, this one's one of my favorite questions on this. What do you put? I like to track. Frontage road is in the western Great Lakes region. The feeder is local in Houston and western Great Lakes. I have like back a decade ago before I moved to Tiny Town, I took this quiz and I took it again when I lived in Tiny Town. And I like to see how my results change to different quizzes, like not rural, Yankee versus Dixie versus political quizzes, religion quizzes, all these different quizzes. I like to see how they change over years in my channels. The next question: what do you put your groceries in? You're not even from there. Yeah, a few of these I'm not. You put your groceries in a bag, a sack, a poke. I don't put anything in a poke, or no answer. Any tips on putting temporary tattoos on paper? Yeah, don't like dip the whole thing in water. Run it under a sink for about 10 seconds, then let it sit a minute, and then rub it off. Just the same thing you do in a lot of situations. Okay, a sack is damn it, rural areas of the southern U.S. A poke. If you put your groceries in a poke, you're from the Central Appalachians. If you put your groceries in a bag where they belong, you're used nationwide, including southern urban areas. Yeah. Okay. Next, where might you get water in a public building? The toilet. No, toilet's not one of them. The water fountain, the drinking fountain, a bubbler, or no answer. If anyone says bubbler, they're going to be shunned. Cough, cough, Massachusetts. Water fountain. Water fountain is the proper way. It says most common nationwide except for the Great Lakes. Drinking fountain is Great Lakes in western U.S. Bubbler is Wisconsin and Massachusetts. No answer. It says you're not alone. Ooh, I like to do this to my friend. That sounds scary. I like to do this to my friend. What is the bubbly carbonated drink called? Soda, Coke, pop, soft drink, or tonic? Great Lakes have, I guess, their own kind of dialect going on. You want a Coke? Common across the southern U.S. and Texas. Pop. I haven't heard that in a long time. One of my friends in Tiny Town said pop. I didn't let her live that down. It says used heavily in Great Lakes, west through northern states. Soda, the proper term, is used heavily in the northeast U.S. and California. I say soda, except when I say that in the South, they're like, okay, what do you mean? Tonic is Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Just, oh. What do you, it's not on the list. What else is there? Soda, pop, Coke. In Ohio, people called it pop and dry gin. Pop is quaint. I've seen like I think it was called the Pop Shop. It had a bunch of different sodas in it. What is it called when you throw toilet paper over a house? TPing, toilet papering, rolling, papering, or wrapping. Bubbly cup, nice. It's papering. You're papering a house. Oh, you're TPing. Oh, for shame. TPing, then you're used heavily in Great Lakes and Midwest. So many TPing. You're all TPers. Okay, that's not what I picked. So you're all Great Lakes and Midwest. Okay, is no one else going to go what it actually is? Papering. Wow. If you're toilet papering, you're throughout the U.S. You're rural. One of these days I'm going to learn how to pronounce that word. Rural. I did it. I think that's like, is that how you say it? Rolling is in the deep south. Papering is New York City region. You've never heard it called papering? Seriously? That's what it is. It's papering. If you're rapping, you're deep in the heart of Texas. Where's my Texas people? You didn't call it rapping, yo. So wrong. It's papering, by the way. They only call it rapping in Texas because they don't have wrapping paper there. Yeah, it's paper. How has no one ever heard of papering? Wow, I just don't know about any of you. No. What's the night before Halloween called? Beggar's Night, Devil's Night, Mischief Night, Cabbage Night, or no special word? I'm just going to go with what it is. It's Mischief Night. Sleepless for kids, pretty much. You don't have a special word for it? Oh. No candy night. Oh, the torture. No candy. Every night's a candy night. Beggar's Night, you're throughout most of the U.S. Devil's Night, Michigan. Ugh. Yes, it is Mischief Night. New York and New Jersey. It's Mischief Night. Cabbage Night would be Vermont and Western Massachusetts. Ugh. No special word, common throughout the U.S. It's Mischief Night, people. You go papering on Mischief Night. Let's see if you get the next one right. What is a drive-through liquor store called? I don't go to such. Brew-through, beverage barn, or party barn. We had one of those in Tiny Town. It was pretty awesome. Party barn. That's awesome. Party barn is apparently mostly a Texas word. You didn't know this existed? Yeah, I've only seen one in Tiny Town. A lot of cities won't allow it, but you couldn't. They didn't have anything cold. You had to. There was like a law. It had to be not open, and you couldn't be chilled, and it was kind of boring. Beverage barn would be largely a Texas term, but also in the urbanized Northeast. A brew-through is Southern Ohio, Virginias, and North Carolina. And I don't go to such is a common response. Okay, one more. A drive-through liquor store. Yeah, the one in Tiny Town was like an old barn, and you just drove through and you told them what you wanted. And there's always a line, and it was just kind of like a fun experience. You buy good cheese at the party barn. Our brew-through didn't have a cheese. That's nice. You can get like wine and cheese, and then drive yourself to a picnic and have some wine and cheese. You can't sell on Sundays. I don't think you can sell liquor on Sundays here either. It's kind of rural. I'm going to practice that word. What is the pill bug that rolls into a ball when you touch it? A potato bug, a pill bug, a roly-poly, a doodle bug, saw bug, or a cellar bug? It's a roly-poly. Yay! You guys got it right. Hey, thanks for coming back. We're doing a test of Yankee versus Southern accents. A Slater. I've never heard of a Slater. That's not even on the thing. I didn't think this would be this long. I was really planning to do like a 5-minute haul and call it quits, but this is like a fun way to do random quizzes with everyone. If you said potato bug, let's see, you are used all over, even where potatoes are grown. If you're pill bug, you're. I've never heard of a Slater. How long? This is probably like 2 hours. I don't know. I partying it up late night journaling crowd. If you say pill bug, you're from Great Lakes region in northeast U.S. Roly poly. So my childhood dog had a puppy, and I tried to videotape it for class for a science project, and I passed out. But anyway, we gave the puppy to my friend who nicknamed it Roly Poly. Her dog Roly Poly. You're not rural. You can't pronounce it. I'm pretty rural. It's sleepover with 10 strangers. That's my kind of. I like to sleep over with strangers. Yes. Oh yeah, quiz. Doodlebug. You're throughout the South, including Texas. Texas people. In a book, that's interesting. I've never actually heard that before. I was trying to find a what's it called? A word calendar to try to learn some new vocab because I realized mine's kind of limited. Cellar bug is Missouri. Guy I used to date as a teenager was in Missouri. Okay, roly poly. So let's see. Let's compute my score, shall we? In my pajamas, I'm gonna have a sleepover with strangers in my pajamas in the rural South while I have a po' boy. Oh no! No, I must have clicked the wrong thing. No, I am a Southerner. No. Oh my gosh. I am 45% Dixie, barely in Yankeedom. No. Why? Oh my gosh. Fail. I must have clicked the wrong thing. That can't be. Traumatized. I'm a convert. Oh my gosh. Now, when I first took this, it was like they called me a Yankee Doodle Dandy. Like that was my aunt. That was the result. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to like fix this. I cannot be that much Dixie. Hang on. I need to. I'm gonna cheat. Death. I can tell my southern relatives. I'm officially a southern rural dweller. Oh, you have influenced my choices. Maybe that is it. Though I do have quite an accent. Why am I? Okay, I don't know if that's going barely in Yankeedom. Wow. Okay, yeah. If I put the roly-poly thing, and it says I am 40% Dixie, you're definitely a Yankee. Thank you. My soul is now saved. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my live haul. This is or my live stream. It's really This was really fun. Other than my fact that I'm like moderately into Dixie-ness. I'm a moderate Southerner. Kill me now. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed. This is really fun. I know it's not really journal related, but I've gotten to know you people that don't call that you, even though you don't call roly poly the proper thing. She couldn't say mermaid. She said something that sounded like meter maid. That's fun. I guess some words people just cannot. I mean, P.O. boy. Texas, not that bad. Do I want to start a channel regarding tech? That'd be interesting. I'm not sure what would be on it. Meter maid. That is really cute. It's like a mermaid. I can't even say it like that. That's really neat. I like how some people say, like my grandpa used to say, like when he buy something, he's like my recent acquisition, and he'd use over elaborate words for basic stuff. And he'd say a million. Actually, my grandma would say a million, like $1 million, and she'd say it's like this unique way. SEO is a large topic. I've done SEO work for search engines. That'd be fun. Hang on. I'm trying to save myself from being a Southerner. Here we go. I found an entire guide to Southern accents, which apparently I need because apparently I'm a Southerner now. Oh, here we go. 8 is translation 8. Here's an entire list. I am not putting that I'm 45% Dixie in my journal, though. Actually, I might have to do that. Okay, no. Okay, I think why can you not see this? Is my camera coming out? The Yankees are coming. Yes, we are. Even though I'm not Yankee anymore. The Southerners are coming. I think my thing is frozen again. That's just great. Once you eat at Dairy Queen and Whataburger, your song. I think I've had Dairy Queen on a road trip. And then I vaguely remember it being quite amazing. Okay. My video is lagged again. If this cuts me off, thanks for having fun with the quiz. It's really fun. You should write what you are, Yankee versus Dixie in your journal. That'd be fun. Is Dairy Queen a Southern thing? I think so. Oh, yeah. If I showed my face, I'd have to find a shirt. That's kind of unnatural, so. Yikes. This is literally a quiz about living in the South. Fire follows the same rule as pronounced fair. Half Price Books started there, didn't it? Where? I think Half Price is pretty Southern. I've been to Half Price Books before. I'm Googling how to fix my accent now. Civilization. I'm going to look up where Half Price Books started. Let's see. It started in, yes, Texas. Oh, for shame. All right, Texas has. I actually like Texas fine. I just have to rat on it a bit. I think my video camera is completely just frozen, but it'll probably cut out any second. But thanks for joining. It's really entertaining. Half Price Book started in 1972 in Dallas. They apparently have 127 stores in 17 states now. Wow. I thought it was more of a local thing. When someone posted that they got a journal at Half Price Books, I thought they lived where I used to live. I was like, I commented something about that, and they're like, what? No wonder it's in 17 states, not just there. You like being as close to Crater? Cool. I don't know. It's a fun way to talk about other stuff that's not just journaling. I really feel like I'm on the phone with a friend. That's really neat. Yeah, no, I've gotten some comments. I've actually gotten more comments tonight than I've ever really get on videos. I don't really get a lot of comments or reviews or anything. It's a small world. We are really alike. I mean, even the people in the rural areas that like po' boys. I'm gonna read this Guide to Living in the South because apparently I'm a Southerner. Another survey. Let's see. What kind of survey shall we do? Oh, here we go. The New York Times has a dialect quiz. I am ruined. ruined in the South. Oh my gosh. I have a video from when I was 3 and my accent was just horrible. I had the worst accent ever. I thought about posting it just because it's really that bad. It's impressively bad. And I worked really hard in college to try to not have a horrible accent. Feel free to come and have a rural po' boy. I'm going to come and you're going to buy me a po' boy in the rural South, Texas. At least I can go to Half Price Books and get some cheap journals. Oh gosh. I actually do go to Texas a few times a year usually. The Dallas Arboretum and the aquarium thing are really neat. Some guy in the what was it? Yeah, the Dallas Aquarium for some reason thought he knew me. I'm like, he's like, did you used to live in Hawaii? I'm like, look how pale I am. Like, no, I did not live in Hawaii. Not that everyone in Hawaii is tan, but I'm like ghostly pale. You're 8 hours away from Texas. I actually was thinking about doing a meetup, and one of the places I could do that in would be Dallas. So if I have a Dallas meetup, you're gonna have to bring me a po boy. 7 continents, yeah. You should come to Texas just to get a po' boy in the rural South and go to Half Price Books for this. I could anyway. I could do a meetup in Dallas or New York City. So take your pick. I think I might try to do something like that this summer. You should come for the meetup. I don't know if you can get po' boys in Texas. I've never tried. I don't really know what a po' boy is. It's like a Subway thing, right? Po' boy. If I think about it, it's worse. A po' boy. Po' boy. There we go. Po' boy. A hoagie. Like, wow. I don't know how to let other people join. That'd be kind of fun to do like a mutual multi-person host thing. Here we go. Harvard has a dialect survey. Maybe it was Harvard, not Princeton. Let's see if I can resurrect my soul from being a Southerner. Oh, meat sub. Bread on meat just weirds me out. I've never like actually gone through and eaten meat on bread. Surprisingly hard to find. Ooh, here we go. Here's a survey that it's probably like 2 or 3 a.m. I think. I think it's 2 maybe. Here we go on Gizmodo. This quiz pinpoint your American dialect down to the town. Fried seafood. Oh, I don't do seafood. Late early. Yeah, I stayed till 7 last night. I'm such a fun person. I did like nothing, but it makes me sound young. The elderly people that I know, they're like 85. They're like, oh, you stay up so late, and they're like telling me when they woke. I'm like, I was still awake by then. Okay, I'm gonna take this quiz and try to resurrect myself from the South. I actually like don't mind the South. It's just, yeah. Oh no, you can't get the quiz anymore. No. It's from the dialect survey by Bert Vo. YouTube asked you to take a break from sending messages. Why? Your parents go to bed at 8 and get up at 5. That seems to be pretty common for people over like, I don't know, 50 or something. There's this one organization that everyone in it is over 50, 60, and they go to sleep really early. And they were going to take a train trip to somewhere. And I really wanted to go, but I'm like, I don't think I could actually go to sleep as early as they do. And we'd be sharing a hotel and stuff. I don't have a job, so I'm not going. But like, it's like, I don't think I could actually go to sleep by like 9 o'clock. Oh, it looks like they took their dialect quiz down. I'm gonna have to be a Southerner forever. Death. Oh, here we go. I think they've just UWM, whatever. Okay, never mind. That doesn't work. They took it down too. South. I want to see if like anything could pinpoint where I grew up. The comments on this article are fun. People who say pop go to special help. I pronounce it soft drink. Come at me, soda pops. It's a New York Times article. Oh, here we go. Good, I found it. No, I didn't go to SXSW. That would have been really, really neat though. I know my camera's probably like the battery's gonna go out. So if that's what happens, then. Oh yeah, backpack versus book bag. That wasn't on it. What do you guys call it? I call it backpack. I found another quiz. How would you address a group of 2 or more people? Okay, this is kind of duplicate. Well, here you go. A rucksack. Oh. I don't want to end either. Okay, I don't know why you can't see anything in the video. I'm trying to hold up the quiz so you can see it. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna go get a charger. I just realized I can't charge anything if I have a microphone. Okay. We are going to road trip by not driving into my room, and where is the camera? Okay. I don't know if you can actually see anything. Here's dirty floor. I'm gonna plug it in a second. Okay, there we go. So random. Okay. Ew, my floor's wet. That's gross. Why on earth would have... Okay, hopefully I just spilled something on the floor. I don't know. Okay, let's find a plug in. Here, you can look at my record player. This is so weird. It's a weird video. Okay, it's plugged in. There we go. It's still not working for like showing video. Can you hear me anymore? My thing won't. All you see is pins. Okay. I can't read the comments this far away. You can hear my feet clicking. That's awesome. That's one. Do you say thongs or flip flops? What? Flip flops versus thong. Oh, do you call like shoes thongs? I'm like, they're kind of different objects. Yeah, I say flip flops too. Okay, I forgot my phone in the other room. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my video is frozen. So, I mean, it's just gonna look like this forever, but at least we can take a quiz. Flip flops you call shoes thongs? That's fun. I was really confused when you're like, thong versus flip flop. I'm like, I'm not gonna put a flip flop on my butt. Alright, let's see. This is a really long quiz. How do you address a group of two? I'm gonna see if things are all, yeah, these are pretty duplicate. A thong? So, like, if you're like, honey, bring me my thongs, like, people know that you're talking about shoes? Wow. Yeah, my video is completely, like, stalled. It won't show you what I'm trying to show you the quiz that I've got here now, but it won't work anymore. This is too fun. I don't want to just, like, end the thing, but the video won't work either. Oh, here we go. What is the distinction between dinner and supper? Supper is wrong. It's a regional thing, but yes, you call flip-flop thong. So the thong song could be about flip-flops around there. Where are my thongs? Thong, 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 thong. Yeah, this is lively. That's why I say the thong. That gives new meaning to that song. The thong song. Thong. Then what do you... So if you go in a store, you're like... And like a 9-year-old's like, I want to buy some thongs. Like, you have to be like, well, which would you like, madame? Oh my gosh, okay. No, I do not regret this live chat. This is really entertaining. The video is completely frozen. I'm talking about thongs, but it's really fun. Let's see. What is the distinction between dinner and supper? Supper's an evening meal. This is like a really long quiz, but I can't show you because the only thing is frozen. I could restart it. Do you want to restart it? Pardon me, but where are your thongs? Oh my gosh. I can just picture an elderly person from wherever it is that you're from being like, I lost my thongs. I left my thongs at Joe's house. Oh my gosh. Oh, so wrong. That's such very different things. um, I could restart the thing, but I'm wheezing. Yeah, I'm having a hard time breathing. My contacts are blurry, and my thing is plugged in on the floor, and I can't see it unless I like bend over, so then I can't breathe. It's just like it's just going downhill fast, but I can't stop because this is really too fun. Okay, how do you pronounce the words Mary, Mary, and Mary? An elderly woman buying dogs. Oh my gosh. I've actually got the video on my floor right now. It's just stalled so much that it won't show anything else. I guess I could restart it, but um did you wear a thong? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, you might as well see a pants because I'm not really, I'm not showing my thongs, that's for sure. I can't believe that's like a, everyone just calls them, oh my gosh. I think I would just choke if the elderly person I know was like, can you buy me some thongs? Oh my gosh. I want to show you this quiz though. He's wearing shorts and flip flops. Just shorts and flip flops. Mary, Mary, and Mary are spelled like getting married versus like marry the woman. Honey, can you pass me my dogs? Oh my gosh. That's just perfect. I might have to start calling them that just to laugh at it. It's really fun. My dog. Mary is in like Merry Christmas. I don't. They all are pronounced differently. This quiz supposedly can tell you exactly where you're from. I'm just gonna take the quiz by myself. The video doesn't work. What do you call rubber-soled shoes worn in gym class or for athletic activities? These are duplicate. They're sneakers. Oh, they even have more stuff that you can call it. Jumpers, sand shoes, runners, trainers. So wait, what do you call thongs? Yeah, what do you call thongs? I mean, they're just like all thongs. Oh my gosh! If an elderly person was like, "Yeah, I wore thongs to the beach the other day." Oh my gosh, that's awesome. uh, this is like a really long quiz. I wish I could show you if my video would work. You wore flip flops on your butt. That would at least cover more than the thongs that I've had did. Like new flip flops on. Oh my gosh. This is like such a long video. I wish I wish the video would work again. I don't really know how to make it. Ooh, I can have special effects. That did not sound right. Special effects. There we go. Your new flip flops were so hot. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can do this. Oh, just my thing is completely frozen. Yeah, it's not gonna. Weird. It keeps showing the same thing. How odd. Hopefully I didn't just kill the chat altogether. You like your new flip flops for something? I like your thought. No, that's funny. It's yeah. Thongs and shoes. That's just such a fun word. Does anyone like wanna? I mean, where is my? Okay, I totally could just start it over. I mean, I'm not really showing much anyway, but okay, I cannot. I can barely read the chat like this low. You can look it up online. I think they were called thongs before they were called flip flops. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they probably didn't have that kind of underwear back then. Okay, yeah, I'll like load it on another thing and then tell you guys when I'm about to start it over again. Let's see. Probably not. I don't think butts were a thing until kind of recent history. I mean, I guess they were, but like not. People didn't show them. It was kind of just not a thing. Not that people go around. People actually do go around, I guess, showing them now. Okay. Okay, I'm restarting it if you would like to join again. And it's called Yay Crap. Oh, I think I broke it. Crap. I cannot see the comments so far away. Okay, I'm just gonna like start it over. Oh. I guess I can't do two at the same time. It won't let me. I'm gonna have to I'll have to turn off this one and then do that. Yeah, I can't see the comments on the floor. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. I did. Okay, hang on. Crap. This is such a fail. Okay,